Hi, I'm John Burns, and welcome to this video blog entitled Money Works. How do you gain wealth in today's world? And that's what this is all about. And I want to introduce you to Patrick Giesbrecht, who is our host of Money Works. And I want to ask you a few questions, Patrick, as we kind of lay the foundation for what this is all about. First of all, what's your story behind this whole thing?
Well, I started out very typical story, I guess. My parents said, we want you to go to school, we want you to get good grades. I ended up being a collision repair technician. And the classic example of working my 40 hours a week plus in order to make money for the family. And inside of that, I was raised with a sort of an entrepreneurial bent, if you will. That was sort of something that we wanted to do. And but there were security issues, fear issues that really sort of held me back from doing some of those things. So a number of years ago for Christmas, my brother gave me the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And the reason I mention that book is because a lot of people have heard of it.
Right.
It's a well-known book. It's not the only book, but for me, it was the place I started. Great place for with people with a similar sort of interest to start. And that radically changed my view of making money. I changed from sort of a capital gains mentality, right, where you trade time for money, you earn as much as you can with the time that you have, you buy a piece of land, you work your whole life to pay it off, and then when you're done, you sell the piece of land, you downsize to a condo, and you live on the nest egg.
So you just described, what, 98% of our population?
Yeah, exactly. After reading the book, what I realized was that the real key to building wealth was cash flow. Capital gains are still a part of it, there's no question. Capital gains, the money we make through capital gains helps us buy cash flow. But the real key to being financially free was cash flow. So it was a complete paradigm shift. And in another video, we'll talk about cash flow and what I really mean by that and how that's sort of the key to financial freedom. But I'll just leave that alone for now. That was the key, that's the paradigm shift, if you will, that set me on the course to financial freedom.
So that's what happened to you, and then I take it that's why you want to start this group. That's what your purpose behind this is.
You know, well said. The reason why I want to do this, and I approached you about this, John, was the fact that I hear so many people like myself with our dreams, goals, where we want to be. We know where we want to be, but there's often this gap between where we are and how we get to where we want to be. And really all that is the right information and honing some of the skills and tools we already have. So what I'm hoping to do with this is to bridge the gap and bring some tools, other resources from other guests and other places to everybody who cares to watch this video.
Right. So when I talked to you, we had come up with this idea, and actually we want to make this a regular event, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, sending out a little blurb that will help everybody, because it'll just be some wisdom on how do you move from the place of where you're at to where you want to go in actually building wealth in today's world. And that everybody wants to do that, but how do you do that? And so we'll be putting out these videos, plus you'll be building a resource type of a center where you can get the kind of resources that you want. We'll probably end up having events happening and stuff like that. Let me ask you, what's your picture for this whole thing? Did I describe it right, or can you add to that?
Yeah, you described it really well. My idea is that Facebook, for instance, is such a great tool to meet people, and a 3 to 5 minute video clip is something that anybody can handle. And so it's something that someone can watch. It doesn't take up a lot of time. And then if they're so led to, if we've struck a chord one day, we'll give them a link or some other information that they can go and they can get more information on that. So really, again, it gets back to what I want to do is bridge the gap. I want to be able to let people know that there are good resources there and how to find them.
So next time we talk, we're going to deal with the principle of what?
We're going to talk about why the wealthy don't work for their money.
I'm looking forward to that. So we will send you the next one, and I just encourage you, take this and send it to your friends, and let's build a group, it can be globally, of people that just want to get from where they're at to where they want to go. Thanks for watching.